Previously on Gears.
Today on Daisy's Double Ds, we're chatting to a man who's growing hair for a good cause. We're joined in studio by Justin van Vuuren to find out more about what he's doing and how we can support him. Hi Justin, welcome to Gears on Balls Visual Radio.
Gunjani, guys. Thank you for having me.
That's not, your Gunjani is the Durban, eh?
Yeah.
Gunjani.
So.
Yeah, because you're Zulu.
Yeah, well.
Okay, before we
Well, not
get
really,
started,
Yeah.
putting it out there, Sasha Martinengo and Daisy Fensham will be going to one of Justin's fitness classes this week.
Yes, please.
Okay, listen, let me give you a little bit of history. Justin came up from Durban, when is it, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's years ago now, yeah.
2 years ago, and started something called the Get Fit Challenge. Okay, and he convinced me one day to say, hey, listen, come along and do this, come and try, give it a bash. And as you know, because I told you, and I went and attempted it for two weeks.
Yes.
Twice a week, and I did superbly well in the first class. The second class, I had to leave because I couldn't quite see or stand. And then the following week, I did actually very, very well. And then, unfortunately, typical Sasha syndrome brain, oh, no, it's a bit cold, I have to go there or whatever.
No, but you weren't that bad, Sash. Come on.
No, but I should have stayed, and I actually feel terrible that I didn't. Let me tell you, it's brilliant. It's brilliant because, you know, you go there and you change exercises all the time. You sweat it out. You do your stuff. I must tell you, it was fantastic fun.
Good.
Fantastic.
I think the nice thing about that is, for me, I go to the gym and I get on a treadmill and I run. Whereas here, it sounds like it's fun and you're doing all sorts of different things.
Music's banging along there. You're doing it to somebody else. The next minute, you're doing those burpee things, which are terrible.
Sash actually gave me quite a cool mix. And he put on a flash drive.
Yeah, there we go.
So
that was
You
my
can stand at the front of the class and
Exactly.
DJ.
that was my
sponsored
contribution.
music by Sash Montenegro.
Anyway, it's fantastic fun. We'll give you all of the details about Get Fit as well. But this one is all about cancer
Yeah, boy.
and trying to make a difference, Justin, which
Yeah.
is extraordinary. And you've decided that the way you're going to do it is grow your hair.
Yeah. So, well,
You bastard.
the thing is, last year I had a bet with, Leslie,
Yes.
our admin lady at the time, who's currently now a trainer. So we have a new
Fantastic.
admin lady. Yeah, so she's moved up. And she had a bet with me to grow my beard until I finished Ironman, which was probably about 7 months until the race. And I cut my beard off 2 weeks before because I couldn't handle it.
2 weeks before Ironman.
Yeah, so it got quite long, and I noticed that while I was walking around with my beard, and I obviously had the good old-fashioned Joburg comb-over hairstyle, I still got quite a lot of, not attention, but a lot of people would look at me when I would walk into restaurants or, the odd pub here and there or whatever, but people would look and stare and wonder if I was this guy or that guy or
Maybe it's just because you were good looking, or you are good looking, You're giving all the credit
yeah,
to the hair,
maybe
but
they
maybe
thought
it's the
you were
face.
She's blushing on radio. Yeah.
Maybe they thought you were the ex-Lion skipper.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
doubt that guy's a little bit bigger than I am.
Yeah.
But so I got a lot of attention from that, and I thought, I feel like growing my beard again, but this time I'm going to do it for a purpose and a cause. And that's why I thought to myself, let's go ahead and do it. And I followed a guy who's done it also in Australia. His name is Jimmy Niggles, and he's probably grown his beard he lost his friend for about 3 years. If you go have a look at a photo of him, his beard's just all the way up, just above his belly button. And I wanted to kind of start the same thing in this country, and I decided to call it Cavemen4CANSA. I know these days people have got the beard craze. Everyone just wants to grow their beard for these days. So I thought let's put a reason behind it and do it. So I'm growing my hair and my beard for the next year, which started 2 weeks ago on the 12th of May. So this is 2 weeks growing.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be long, I think. I hope. The idea of looking like a caveman is what I want to portray. And, I've set an amount of 365,000 Rand to raise, which is 1,000 Rand a day. I think we're currently sitting on 10,500 and it's been 14 days. So we're a little bit behind.
Okay.
But that's why we need to get the name out there and get as much people following the trend and the cause as possible.
It's terrific. The Cavemen4CANSA project.
Here we go.
I read that you are going to be taking part, going to be one of the competitors at Ironman next year. So are you going to have this long
Yeah, well, next year Ironman will be in March, and I just did my first one this year. So yeah, hopefully by March next year, which is a good 8-9 months away.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna be look like a proper caveman.
You're gonna have seaweed attached
100%.
to your
So you're gonna do you're gonna do the Ironman with all of the
Exactly.
You're
It's
gonna
time for that cause.
Yeah, your time is gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about
Can you
that.
imagine the drag in the water?
Oh, everyone says that, Sasha. I don't think it's that.
Eh?
I'll be okay.
No, I know that. I mean, you're super fit as it is, but I mean, it's fantastic. Okay, so listen, we've got your details of Twitter, we've got the Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. Now, how else must people get involved?
Well, at the moment, I'm busy sorting out a vehicle. I had a good chat with a mate of mine, and he's agreed to lend me his Jeep for the year, which he's
Stunning.
souped up. We just got to find some branding to put on it.
Okay.
We're going to brand the vehicle and try and run something from there where if you see me, go like my page. And the only way you can really donate is by either going onto my Facebook page and clicking on the Give and Gain link.
Okay.
Same with Twitter. And then if you go onto the Cancer website, which is www.cansa, which is CANSA, .org.za, you'll be able to search my name there and Cavemen4CANSA, and then you can go donate on there. So that's probably the only 3 ways you can go and donate.
All right.
Nothing goes into my bank account. It goes straight into the Cancer Foundation.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. So, you know, as I said, this is not, we're not a proper organization. I had to register myself as a cancer active project on the cancer website. So everything that's done in order to raise money will be done by other people donating or helping me to spread the love for the next year.
That is really, really cool. Now, I mean, have you spoken to any corporates at all, trying to get them involved? And I know, listen, everybody's trying to do something for a cause, which is fantastic.
100%.
But corporates must also get like, well, listen, but we got 13 or 15 of them doing at the moment.
I understand, yeah. And I mean, it's just, the thing is, I wanted to make a difference, and I'm sure people are going to enjoy what I'm trying to do and are going to help, as I say, jump on the bandwagon with it, you know. And we haven't approached corporates yet. I think let me start looking more like a caveman first before I go there and spread the name Cavemen4CANSA.
Yeah.
And I think once we get that out there, and once I start looking like rough and tough, you know, then others are going to start getting behind me. Because I'm involved with the fitness industry already, I'll be doing a lot of races, triathlons, running races, bike races and stuff like that. So we're hopefully going to try and get a group together. I do have a bunch of friends who are following my cause. They've said to me that they're also going to grow their hair, and one of the guys down in Durban, his name's Donny. He runs a brewery, Robertson's Brewery. So he's also growing his
kind
hair.
of fun.
Yeah, his hair and his beard out. We've got Bevan Manson all the way from East London. He's also growing his hair. Derek Brunskill, another mate of mine called Dave, and my brother. And I mean, you see my brother's beard. I think
I have.
He's got no facial hair other than what grows on the bottom of his chin. Yeah. So I think he's gonna, but he can grow his hair long. So I think he's gonna have a mean hairstyle at the end of the year.
I want to know, you've chosen cancer as the charity that you are supporting.
Yeah.
What made you choose them? Because I mean, there are lots of organizations who...
Yeah, sure. At the end of the day, like I've had a family member pass away from cancer, and it was probably really the only real disease that I've ever known in my life. Other than that, my father had a bypass when he was quite young. So I mean, no one, and like cancer is probably the only disease that has really hit me in my life. And I thought, you know, I really want to do something for someone else or for a charity, or you know. And cancer was the first thing that came to mind. I did have a very good family friend who passed away from it, and she left her husband and her 3 kids who I grew up since I was 3-4 years old, and she's probably the main reason for me going down this route. And yeah, I mean, as I said, I just wanted to do something for someone else, and this was my first thought that came to mind.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and it always is a lot more severe when it's close to home.
100%.
Those kind of things. So, I mean, yeah, as we know, I mean, cancer is just horrendous.
It's a terrible. I think my point is just to create awareness for it. You know, if you can create the awareness, and the money that does go to the Cancer Association, they pump it into good avenues, helping people in rural areas find out if they are positive with cancer and stuff like that. So the money is going towards good use. Obviously, the more money we can raise, I can start saying, well, I would like this money to go there, whether it's for skin cancer or, other kinds of cancer. So at the moment, as I said, 14 days ago, I started this project, not knowing what was going to happen. And so we've already raised like 10,500 Rand, and we just shy of 1,000 followers on Facebook. And I mean, that in 2 weeks, for me, that's unbelievable. I think that's crazy.
I mean, that's fantastic. I really think, I really hope it goes well. And hopefully, also, I mean, of course, the objective is to raise a substantial amount of money for cancer. But I think it would also be cool, people growing a lot of beards.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get some guys on board now. I'm gonna try and aim my tweets at some rugby players and stuff like that. A friend of mine, Dave Miller, the cricketer, he's punted my tweets a bit.
Awesome.
And I think that's flipping cool. And it's not like I asked the guy to; he just kind of did it, and it just shows you, there's some good guys out there.
What's so funny is up until yesterday, I had most probably just about as much facial hair as you did, and amazingly, I trimmed it down this morning.
Yeah. Well, why don't you grow your beard, Sash?
Why doesn't he grow the hair on top of his head?
You'll be the Italian.
I'm trying to do that, Daisy.
You'll be the Italian Father Christmas, brother.
Exactly. It's coming out nice and white.
There we go.
Maybe I'll get onto the challenge. I like this idea. Maybe, you never know.
Yeah.
Geez, that's brilliant. And I mean, of course, you're going to keep updating pictures on Twitter and your Facebook page or whatever as how it goes.
That's one thing I'm still trying to get used to is taking selfies.
Yes.
But I guess the guys do want to see how it goes. I try and take one every single week for Twitter, and I'll keep uploading on Facebook. But what I am doing at the moment is I'm taking a picture of myself with a camera daily, and hopefully at the end of 365 days, I'm going to upload a time-lapse video.
Oh, brilliant.
And then I got a friend of mine the guy who does all our photographs at Get Fit, and he's very good at making videos. I'm going to ask him to make an advert and see if we can try and punt that on radio stations.
Fantastic. Well, we'll definitely support you on that.
100%.
And then just when you posting pictures, Justin, or Cavemen4CANSA, please tag us in it so that we can also just let all of our listeners and viewers know 100%. As well.
100%.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect.
I think it's going to be quite exciting, eh?
It's very cool.
And then, Daisy, you're going to hit Get Fit this week. Tell me what you feel like.
No,
and
we
then,
both are.
No, you go first, and then we'll negotiate.
Sash knows what he's in for when he comes in.
No, it's awesome. It's brilliant. It's just, Daisy, you're the fit one in the relationship here. All right. Just keep it going there. I think it's important.
No, I need you around here to do a show with, so I think you need to actually hit the gym.
I'll be the one who'll be dead. You go first and then tell me what it's like. Justin, we wish you all of the best, my friend. We hope you raise lots of cash.
Thanks. And I just want to say thanks very much for having me on here. And just to the listeners, people actually do care. And if you, if you really want to make a difference, just go ahead and you don't have to follow my cause, but go and do something for someone else for once.
Awesome.
You can make a difference if you really want to.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Sash.
Hold on a second, because we have very, very
amazing listeners.
Amazing, because we are a little bit concerned about the beard.
Yes.
And whether or not it could affect you.
How's it going to affect me?
No, you see, this is why our most famous listener is she's a rocket scientist.
All right.
No, seriously, she is. She's a rocket scientist.
What's her name?
Tanya.
Hello, Tanya.
She builds rocket nuclear power plants.
All right.
Okay, in all over the world, but she's based in France, and she says that it has been tested to see whether or not you the effects of having a beard. All right, so I think this is important because you're now going to...
This is quite interesting.
Well, you see, this is what balls is all about. This is what balls is all about. So you see, the thing about it is I said you might have too much drag when you're in the water.
Correct.
There we go. And also when you're
riding...
riding...
They do have these socky things that you put over.
Well, listen, let's find out.
At the wind tunnel, answering your Q&A, and I have Joe here from Elite Bicycles in Tyler, Texas. And Joe, what are we here looking at today?
We're going to be doing beard versus no beard. So let's see how aerodynamic this thing is.
All right, we're going to have you go ahead and hop on. All right, so we're here with Joe, and we're trying to figure out whether or not the beard matters. And in order to do that, we need to really make sure that we're looking at just the difference of the beard and not having the beard. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that nothing else really changes in the position. So we'll take roughly 10 data points with the beard, with him pedaling like this. And we'll have him then shave and take another 10 points or so to make sure that over that sample, there's a significant difference between having the beard and not. Looking at the data, averaging over all those runs, and each one of these bars right here is less than a watt, that kind of average speeds that you would go at.
Okay.
So looking at this, I mean, the bars are essentially identical. If we talk about time, it's less than a second over 40 kilometers. So if you're going 24 and change miles, it's less than a second difference, and it was within that. So,
okay.
You know,
Damn.
it sounds like you like your beard enough where that less than a second is worth it.
I do. Maybe I can keep it. I gotta grow it back out though.
So what was the answer?
I think the beard's fine. Apparently, if you like your beard, from
Yeah.
what I mean, I'm sitting all the way over here, but if you like your beard and you keep it, you're only going to lose 1 second over 40 kilometers. That's what I heard. Well, I think
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to hear.
Okay. Well, as long as you got it right. Thanks, Tanya.
Thanks, Tanya.
What? Oh, geez, Daisy, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Gillian says, thanks for the caveman interview. Nice. There we go. What I do suggest is get involved with the Cavemen for Cancer, and then also go and visit Justin at Get Fit and Get Fit.
Yep, Get Fit Challenge, Josie. We're in Bryanston if you want to know where we are.
Yeah.
But if you need all the details, Sash knows all the ins and outs.
There we go.
He's
Get
such
Fit.
an experienced Get Fitter.
Unbelievable. I lasted longer than Anele.
No, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And I'm looking better as well.
Balls.co.za